Alright, so today's lesson you're going to be graphing equations from a table. So let's get started. I'm going to do the first two with you so you can see what you're going to do, and then you're going to do the bottom four by yourself as well as graph them. So just letting you know, this right here is the equations. Okay, so these are the equation. This is where you're going to plug in your x values into that equation. So the first one here, it says y equals x. So x is 2. If I plug that in, what does y equal? Well, let's see. If y equals 2, then my equation is going to be 2. If I plug in 4 for the x, it's going to be y equals 4. So my points would be 4, 4. Then I have 6, so I'm going to plug in y equals 6 for x, and it's going to be 6, 6. So I'm going to take my graph, which you have as well, and what I'm going to do is graph it. So I know my first point we said was 2, 2. Remember, this is our x-axis, and this is our y-axis. So first we're going to go over to 2 on the x-axis, and I'm going to go up 2 and put it up. And then I'm going to go over to 4 and go all the way up to 4, because that's my second point. Then our next one is 6, 6. As you can see, it's increasing, right? So if I did 3, it would be 3, 3. If I did 5, it would be 5, 5. I'm just filling in the ones that I would know based on the equation. You don't have to plot all of these dots, but it is definitely going to make it clearer where the line is going to go. So sometimes we accidentally curve our lines because we don't have enough points. So make sure you have enough points in order to draw your line. So I know that it's going to go, if I continued on putting my plots, it's going to go through 0, 0, which is the origin. So I'm going to line it up as best as I can. And I'm going to draw a line. Don't forget to draw your arrows at the end of your lines every time. So I would suggest taking each of these equations one at a time when you graph them. Don't try to graph them all at once. Okay, so let's try the next one. Let's try number 2. So for number 2, now I'm going to plug in 0 for my equation. Oops. So now I'm going to plug in 0 for my x. So all I'm doing is taking it and going y equals 3 times 0 plus 3. If I take that, then it'll be 0 times 3 is 0 plus 3. So my y equals 3. You don't have to write all of your work in this tiny little box. You can definitely write it off to the side. So my first point is 0, 3, because my x is 0. Then if I plugged in 1 for x, remember when they're next to each other it means multiplication, not addition. 3 times 1 will give me 3, plus my y-intercept of 3 will give me 6. So I have 1, 6. Then if I plug in 2 for my x, y equals 3 times 2 plus 3. 3 times 2 is 6. Plus 3 is 9. So now I have 2, 9. Let's go graph it. So I know my first point is 0, so I'm going to start at 0 and go all the way up to 3 and put a dot. Then I have 1, 6. And then I have 2, 9. As you can see, if you remember, the slope for this equation is 3. So that means from my starting point, which is 3, I'd go up 1, 2, 3, and over 1. Yep, that's my slope. Then from that point, remember, up 1, 2, 3, and over 1. And I could continue on if I had more room on my graph, and it would just continue on. And there we go. There's my 2 lines so far. So you're actually going to have 6 lines graphed on this, and it does say if you would like to, once it's done, it's going to create a stained glass effect. You can color it in. So if this is what I had, let's say that this is only 2 graphs. See how this side is a triangle? That would create a stained glass. So I could color this in, I could color this piece in, and I could color this piece in. Once you start graphing the other graphs, you'll see that it makes a giant, kind of like spiderweb-esque type thing, and you can create a stained glass. If you would like to color it in and send it to me, absolutely do so. But get started on this.